mystic, strange.
Welcome. Aries.
The coming days will feature communications that have a certain plotting quality to them, which is fantastic for making progress and ensuring that you are aware of what is going on. Ideas that are well thought out and constructed have appeal, but wild speculations have a harder time getting heard. This is because taking a leap of imagination while keeping both feet firmly planted on the ground is difficult. It is imperative that a light, sensitive touch be applied, as well as a slow hand, and that subtle movements be carried out. It's possible that this is due, at least in part, to hesitation and confusion, both of which are present in the scene. However, let's keep our fingers crossed that it's because people have their antennae up and are listening before acting. Try to navigate the rest on your own. You might pick up something useful.
Taurus.
You put in a lot of effort to take care of other people, but they don't seem to acknowledge it very much. As a result, you get the impression that those around you are skeptical, frustrated, or lacking faith in you. Since you are already feeling overwhelmed in your professional and personal life, now is not the time to take on additional obligations, whether they pertain to your work or your personal life. It's possible that family members will advocate for your ideas and projects, as well as provide helpful advice. Your inner needs are fulfilled in ways that are fruitful, productive, and inspiring when you have healthy relationships with other people. Establishing close connections with other people on the basis of trust, goodwill, and positive emotions couldn't come at a better time than right now.
Even if they are unaware that they are competing, those who race steadily and slowly come out on top. By engaging in contemplation in a still and quiet environment, mental cobwebs can be cleared away, and greater insight can be attained. The marathon has already gotten off to a good start, and it appears that the pace would be ideal for a long run without becoming too exhausted. Taste is everything, and it is at its finest when it is something you barely notice. What seems reasonable, and there is no need to question that at this time. Because everyone in the world is in the mood to sample things right now, you will discover that the already brewed beverage is a better fit for you than you could have imagined.
Cancer.
Currently, circumstances have the potential to cause unexpected or distressing experiences in the context of the home environment. When it comes to the needs of the family and the provision of care, it is possible for roles to switch places or be reversed. Children, friends, and loved ones pose a threat to the current situation, which frequently results in a disruption of the family status quo. Arguments and breakups are unavoidable consequences of disobedient behavior or criticism directed at you. This could be the result of peer or friend pressure, or it could be the result of unexpected events. A parent, for example, may find themselves in the unexpected position of being the sole caregiver or provider for the family unit. You may desire a stronger sense of family unity. However, there are times when you need to get outside in order to have personal freedom.
Leo.
Today's successes exude confidence, as evidenced by the fact that what you do is congruent with how you feel, and future outcomes will develop favorably as a result of this congruence. You won't have to look back with suspicion or regret on the contacts you make now because they will serve you well in the future. If you have a good gut feeling about something, you should probably put your best foot forward and follow through. Positive emotions are also likely to be taken for granted in today's society, which is why you should make an extra effort to appreciate them. The positive aspects of life are currently found in the small things, so invest in the small things for the long run if you want to be sure of a return. If you want to be a part of the profits as they grow. You should focus on obtaining dividends rather than a high turnover.
Virgo.
You are capable of taking on a substantial amount of work and responsibility, but this is likely to have a negative effect on your personal life and the degree to which you require independence. Professionals and influential individuals at your workplace may view you as a devoted and enthusiastic employee. Consequently, you may be given more work than you can reasonably handle. It is possible for discord to arise in your personal life, especially if you have neglected your responsibilities and obligations there. If there is an immediate confrontation, you have a tendency to overreact, further isolating yourself from the people you care about by becoming preoccupied with your work. Although you are more motivated than usual, it is in the best interests of both your professional and personal lives not to make commitments or promises you cannot keep.
Libra.
An atmosphere of possessiveness and self-interest seems to permeate the entire world, and it is creeping dangerously close to intruding on people's privacy. You must therefore choose between being overly cautious and putting yourself in danger, and being overly open and risking being taken advantage of. You should be aware that people are easily offended by trivial matters, and be prepared to avoid getting too specific as you seek repayment of any emotional debts owed to you. One should proceed with caution when touching a sore spot, as feelings lie just beneath the surface like a river swollen by the flood tides of memories evoked by the activities and interactions that occur during this season.
Scorpio.
Your legal matters are fortunate to have favorable outcomes, such as the strengthening of your position or the rendering of a judgment that is favorable to you. These outcomes are a blessing. These results are a blessing in disguise. Your professional connections or the support of influential people who believe in the viability of your projects and plans can provide you with a fortunate break in the event that they believe in the viability of those projects and plans. Your accomplishments will receive more attention as a direct result of this, which will in turn result in an increase in your prestige. It's possible that you'll come to realize at this juncture that social invitations open more doors for you than they normally would have in the past at this point in time. You have a greater interest in taking part in activities of a cultural and aesthetic nature, the kinds of experiences that offer novelty and a change of pace compared to the kinds of things that you typically do.
Sagittarius.
At this time, putting your attention on your professional responsibilities and the career goals you have set for yourself is a wise decision. There is a possibility that you will be presented with the fortunate opportunity to assume a position in your organization that is more administrative or leadership-oriented. Volunteering for an organization that helps people in need or working with a government agency will be rewarding experiences that will also benefit your professional aspirations and overall goals in life. If you are currently without a job or looking to change the course of your career, now is an excellent time to reach out to people in authoritative positions and ask for favors. Your reputation has likely grown to the point where others regard and respect it, and at this point, your interest is likely focused on achieving social and professional success.
Capricorn.
Because of the nature of the environment in which you are currently employed, you have a greater propensity to engage in dishonesty and self-delusion, which increases the likelihood that others will perceive you as dishonest. It is possible that, after devoting a significant amount of your time and energy to a specific endeavor, you will be disheartened to learn that you will not be compensated or rewarded in any way for your efforts. It is possible for there to be misunderstandings or misinterpretations as a result of the circumstances surrounding the work that you are attempting to complete at this time. For instance, a supervisor or a co-worker may give you instructions for a task or project for which you are unable to define or understand the requirements. In this case, the instructions will be useless to you. Or, the conditions of your employment are such that you are compelled to compromise your personal ideals and values in order to keep your job.
Aquarius.
The typical mayhem that occurs during this moment appears to take place in slow motion, and a significant portion of the action is taking place below the surface, where it cannot be seen. The area is being agitated as though it were being worked on by moles, but the purpose behind this activity is not entirely clear. In order to keep your momentum going even when it seems like you're slogging through molasses, careful planning is required to make sure that all of the factors are on your side. Because of this, it will be possible for you to achieve your goals. However, the scope of what is currently possible to achieve is enormous, and its effects will continue to be felt for a considerable amount of time. This is proportional to the additional effort that is required to bring about these results.
Pisces.
You want to celebrate and have a good time with your friends by playing games and generally having a good time because you are in the mood to party and have a good time. It is a good time to participate in the community's social events and fellowship. Additionally, you find it challenging to decline extravagances like food, drink, or other luxuries when they are presented to you. Additionally, you have a very forgiving and tolerant nature toward the people who are close to you. Even though you are feeling wonderful right now, if you give in to your urges to overeat, overspend, or take advantage of a good thing to excess, you will probably come to regret your choices later. Even though you are currently giving in to your desires, this is still true.